Whew.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
yes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
again.
I don't know there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made up.
There's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my planner, where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment, and that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, you know, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I mean, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
and waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, you know, equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
He's out of the parking space.
If I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You really leaving?
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
so,
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. I understand where you're coming from.
Bitch, you front 10 acting like it's yo time of the month in. You hoes been wildin' acting like you a fucking childin'. Running your mouth and talking shit from Timbuktu to dust southin'. Frontin' and stuntin' acting like a bum and about to have these brothers out here dumpin'. Taking your white knights out here thumpin'. Overeating out here, snacking, running your rot mouth and dirty mackin'. Out here tricking BBL fucking whacking, bubblegum lips straight up smacking. Bitch better run a fucking credit check and got these niggas straight up bailin'. Uber driving, dumpster diving, and everybody know you jive in. Talking that whack shit like you fucking thriving. Rent a center in your livin'. Ah shit, better watch out here, come that company line and hoes out here looking to dine in, always fixin' they mouth whining.
You know, if he was black, I would have named this thing Black Excellence, but, you know, I think it was a Latin or Indian guy. And, you know, I want to give him a round of applause. You should give him a round of applause and shit for how he dealt with this woman. You know, this is a teachable woman and shit. This is how you should deal with misandrous, you know, entitled women going further. Okay? The minute they do something that makes you feel uncomfortable or the verbal disrespect, especially out in public, everything should come to a screeching halt. Okay? And, you know, he's a very nice gentleman. I would have called her Uber. I would have paid for the Uber, you know, just to get out of my space and then drove straight to a car wash and get my car deep cleaning. Okay? Because you don't need that negative energy. All right? That's the thing we're really trying to combat and shit. Okay? We know they're never going to change. They can't course correct and they can't, you know, do anything in concert with us as an ethnic group and shit. So this is their reality and shit. You know, people are starting to realize they're getting bad press. Okay, they're losing their complexion for protection. Ha 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 ha. They're losing it. All right, and it's their own fucking fault. All right, it's their own fucking fault. They've done nothing but get worse over the last 4 decades. You know, I've seen it myself. I actually grew up in a nuclear family that became a matriarchal ran family, and I watched the deterioration happen. At the time, I didn't know what I was looking at, but I knew something bad was happening and shit, and I had to go on my own journey. And I'm, you know, to some degree, you know, I'm still on that fucking journey. All right, just on that journey, man, to find my space, my peace. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. This was perfect. Okay, I remember. I'm not gonna talk about my first girlfriend or nothing, but like, no, I remember her family and shit was a matriarchal one. And I remember one of the aunts that I was seldom seeing was a successful middle-aged woman in her mid to late 30s, and she was always angry. She was always angry and had a stick up her ass. And she talked just like the woman did in this clip. And she didn't have a guy, but she had a kid. And the guy had pulled the, oh, let me go get some milk from the store. And he had never come back. And I think that guy was a truck driver or something. And she thumbed her nose at him because of his profession. You know, now I forgot what she did. Maybe she worked in the office or something, but she was such an asshole. When I saw her, I just never really, I never spoke to her ever. I think I saw her once or twice. And the mother, she was okay. She was a very honest woman with me, brutally honest. I can't go into detail and shit because that bitch is still stalking me and shit. The first girlfriend still stalking, right? One day I'll bust it open on that, but no, not now and shit. I just get this guy. He gets a seal of approval for how he dealt with this woman and her bullshit. We need to start doing this with Keisha, okay? And Felicia and whoever, Bone Quisha and the Bum Bitch and the Basic Biatch. We need to start showing them what's what, man, okay? All they do is sit up all day and soak up social media and live vicariously through, like, really bad, their bad role models, their icons and shit. And they emulate this behavior in part or in whole and shit and take it to the next level, all right? The community's in a shambles. And the only way to rebuild it is for, the young kings to date out, or go to other countries and get women that look like us and, have kids with them and shit and just repopulate the bitch. We have to because they're so horrible and unable to cohabitate and co-create, do anything and shit, and always want to prefab a happy ending. You're forced to go somewhere where, you can find a woman that you need. And if you're stuck in this system, you can't leave for legal reasons or economic reasons. You're just, you gotta take matters into your own hands and shit. Or, become a part of the system and give up being a man. To become a male, you know, become a eunuch and shit. Because all you're gonna do is get finessed and scammed and shit. That's really what it's all about. It's just separating you from your money and making you either get out or die. Okay? Once you get married and shit, that clock starts ticking. Then you realize it's not even a clock. It's somebody lit some fucking dynamite and that shit in your back pocket. Alright? Where your wallet used to be. And they all they talk about is fucking money and tangibles and shit. But they can't do anything for their own ethnic group. And they consider themselves a separate sub, group in there with their own political agenda and everything and shit. What kind of woman what can you do with a woman like that? The original Eve, who took a bite of the apple and then, finessed Adam and shit. He took a bite and he fucking ass up out of the Garden of Eden. Look at us as a people. Who leads the community? Who's the backbone and shit? I said this a million fucking times, and I'll say it another million fucking times. Alright? I will. This lady cracked me up, man, talking about herself like she was some kind of princess or something. I don't give a fuck about what she think. I know what my eyes or my four eyes see. And I see, someone that's smacked that wall, wetly and didn't bounce off. She slid down that bitch like slime. Like scum. When she had no respect. She had no respect. I would have never taken her anywhere. Okay? Never taken her anywhere. I would have had to hit that first. She's got a mom bod, and she just looks entitled. She's wearing like some shit from Lane Bryant, some kind of, shitty looking dress. And, I'm like, bitch, where's your tiara and your fucking scepter? If you think you're such a queen and shit, why would you even sit in this fucking car? Why don't you demand they to get you a limo or something just to take you to, have a bite? All right, she can't lower herself or nothing. She's beyond the wall, but she ain't no fucking virgin, I ask her a bunch of pointed questions that would make her hit me with her purse. And I've done that before, shit. And, I've had women have various, negative reactions to that. And I've actually gotten up and walked out in the middle of fucking dates. And it's been hilarious. I had a woman chasing me after I walked out on a date with her. And all she wanted to do was sleep with me and prove that I wanted her. So she got her cheeks busted. And this was me in my fucking prime. Later on, I just became weary. I became tired of the bullshit. I had no patience for it and shit. Even that was my undoing in some respects. So, I put it to you like this and shit, Are you gonna just clock in, to America 3Ks Inset down here in the slave quarters, where they tell you to, you know, shut up and dribble? Or are you gonna take your chances and, you know, climb over the wall and see what's over there and shit? No matter what, just jump into the fucking fire. Okay, what could be worse? Doing the same thing every fucking day, until you want to die and shit, or just you know, lighting that fuse, going for it and shit. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you I'm case zero in a lot of respects and shit, and I don't want any of you to follow where I've been. All right, I don't want you to come down this corridor to see me sitting there, in my lawn chair, waiting for the shit to be over. I want you to have a chance. I give a damn. Okay, I give a damn. All right, that's why I make these fucking videos. I don't want other people to go through it and shit. Okay, you don't have to go through it. You can choose to be happy. Right? You don't have to listen to the propaganda. You don't have to listen to the shaming, the economic shaming and shit, and the ethnic shaming, even though they're not subject to that themselves. Right? The narcissism and the gaslighting all goes hand in hand and shit, and along with your bad self-image that was created by the outsiders, the minority majority, mostly small heads. All right? I'm just being honest. This woman was dealt with properly and shit, and I think everyone should follow that rule and shit. Okay? Don't go to extremes. You have to do extreme things with these goddamn women, for them to understand where you're coming from. That is not negotiable, okay? You have to get your point across by any means necessary and shit to get them to understand what the place is in the scheme of things and shit, okay? Alright? They do not lead, okay? They destroy. They've wrecked this community and shit, along with their progeny and shit. Their children. These simps. These guys, they made son husbands and shit. These fucking white knights, they blinded. These pussy hound, motherfuckers. I don't want to go into it. I'll start cursing. I may start ranting and shit. And I just, I want to get my point across. Okay? No, that, you take this, however, with a very, don't take it with a grain of salt. Okay? Take it at face value. Alright? Alright, kings. Keep your head on a swivel. Protect your bag, because that's all they really want from you. Your bag, and, above all else, protect your seed. Because that's your future. That's your legacy. Do you want to entrust it to somebody like this woman? You want to trust your children and your future, your family, to, but putting a bun in her oven. Alright? A disease, disgusted, mentally ill, womb. Okay? SYSBM equals save yourself, black man.
You got me fucked up. I told you to unfollow that bitch. You put heart emojis under her fucking picture.
Man, it was there for the damn picture.
Why are you following her?
Why you
following her? You got me fucked up,
You
nigga.
keep on. You keep
You
on.
ain't gon' do
No
shit.
more dick. No more dick. No more dick. No more dick. Get no more dick. Keep talking.
But
No more dick. No more dick. Say another word. No more dick. Now I sat there and told you in number the damn picture. Now you sit back and shut up or you won't get no more dick. You hungry? What you want to eat? McDonald's? Chick-fil-A? Alright then. No more dick.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3Ks inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.